Are we live? Are we live? Hi. Hi, guys. Hello. Can you hear me? Hold on, I'm writing stuff down. I am in a cafe in Tokyo this morning, and I thought we'd have. Oh, that's my brother. How did he find this? Hello, Eduardo. Hi, guys. I am in one of my favorite cafes in Japan, having a little bit of a morning matcha. And I thought I would talk to you guys today, this morning, and probably nighttime for you if you're in the United States. It's probably nighttime. So I thought I'd talk to you this evening or this morning, depending on what side of the planet you're on, about a couple things. Today is the last day of the year. Here in Japan, it is the last day of the year. If you're in the US, it's probably the 30th. It's the 31st here in Japan, which is the last day of 2025. So we're going to talk about, we're going to wait a second, but I have like 15 things to talk about to you guys today. Like 15 different, things I've been pondering on that are my 2026 goals. You know what I'm saying? How not to be a loser in 2026. I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, that's what we'll title it. I don't want to be dealing with the same crap in 2026 that I was dealing with in 2025. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, next week I leave. I'm leaving to West Africa next week, and I have quite the journey ahead of me. I'm going to go try to finish visiting every country on planet Earth. I'm also in Anime Town right now, so I figure a little bit later in the live stream, I'll show you guys around outside. But that's not till later. But I am it's called Anime Town, I guess. Anime Street. This whole street that I'm on right now is everything anime. Anime clothes, anime novelty stores, anime cafes, anime. Yeah, later in the live stream, I will walk around and show you guys around where I'm at right now. But right now, it's 9:49 here at night, right? It's 9:49 at night. Yeah, I figured. Here it is 11:50 in the afternoon. Yeah, so it's a bit of a night live stream for most people, a late night live stream. But for me, It is 31st. It's the afternoon, the 31st. So today is the last day of the year here in Japan. And like I said, I'm in a cafe and in a, what do you call this? I guess you call it like a cafe. Yeah, I'm in one of my favorite cafes right now. So, hi. In Japan, you're really not allowed to talk. Well, you're allowed to talk, but not at like a normal restaurant. You can't, hi. You can't just talk in at any old cafe. It's considered very rude. So you have to find like a specific place to sit down and talk. That's where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting at a very, you can talk in these kind of cafes, just not very loud. So, hi. So yeah, it's at night, right? So I'm going to talk to you guys about. I have some notes. I have like 15 things, 15 different. These are notes I've been taking for myself about how to get ahead in 2026, how to evolve in 2026 and not have the same problems in 2025 or the same mistakes or the same issues, or you know what I'm saying? And use 2026 as a not another learning lesson. Just kidding. And I'm simultaneously fundraising today as well. I leave next Friday to head to Africa. I will be visiting 8 countries in January, 8 West African countries, 8 West African countries in February, 8 more countries in March between the Middle East and West Africa. So that'll get me really far ahead in my mission to visit every country in the world. I've been to 139 countries and I have 56 left to finish my mission. So that's what I'm doing with my life, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I like to wait 20 or so minutes for people to get in the live stream, but I think I'll just start and then I'll just kind of go over the things go over the things that maybe people in the beginning missed. So, hi. Hey, can you guys hit the like button? Can we get 10 likes? Or can we get 15 likes? We're at 6 likes. Can we get 15 up in here, up in the house? Hey guys, from India, always. From India. I'm gonna check the lag. I'm gonna check the lag on the chat. So if you can hear me right now, can you put the thumbs up emoji? I'm gonna check the lag. There's a little bit of a lag. Okay, it's not too bad. Thank you. There's a little lag. There's a little lag. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I'll put on the Wi-Fi. That maybe will help. I don't want to put on the Wi-Fi. I'm scared to put on the Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's not that good of a connection. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's fine. Hi. Okay. All right, you guys. So here's what. Yeah. So today I'm talking about some in 2026 that I want to implement into my 2026. And I'm going to share them with you. Simultaneously, I am fundraising today for my mission. I leave for next week. Next Friday, I leave to West Africa by myself to finish visiting all the countries there. So donations. If anyone wants to donate, donations go to... There's lots of people moving around in this cafe today. Cash App, which is pinned in the comments. It's my name, Maryjane. Pinned in the chat, and I will say thank you. Today's goal was to raise $1,500, and we will do that if 40 people donate $35. Hey, $35 in house is today's magic amount, or anything helps. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to start talking. I have written down about 15 things that I think I'm going to share with you about success strategy in 2026. And then when we're done, I'm going to walk outside and show you guys around this really cool neighborhood that I'm in right now. I'm in Animeville. That's what I call it. It's basically a whole street of just anime everything. Anime shops, anime novelty, anime cafes, and, merch. So, okay. Success strategy in 2026. The first thing I wrote down that I know 100% benefits me and is beneficial in general may sound redundant, but journaling instead of watching TV at nighttime or throughout the day. I feel like a lot of people watch, like, when your day is done, and I think this contributes to stress and anxiety. When your day is done, like whatever you do during the day, when you go to work, you come home, and a lot of people turn on the TV, or a lot of people watch something, like immediately put on Netflix at the end of the day. That's actually not a good idea at all. And let me tell you why. There's some psychology behind this. Hold on. I'm going to back it up with a little psychology. Okay. So why should you journal or do something else, like a release thing instead of a consuming thing at the end of your day? This actually compounds like crazy. Hi guys, I'm Japan. I'm home. Thank you. So we're talking success strategy in 2026. How to not just play it by ear. Hi. How not to just play. I think a lot of people do not take a proactive approach to life. And then if you're not proactive, how can you expect anything to turn out right? Like imagine like you're an athlete and you want to win some kind of sports game, I don't know, basketball game, but there's no strategy behind you winning. You're going to lose, like you have to have strategy. We can't just bulldoze life and then be upset when it doesn't turn out. Of course, there's unpredictable events, but there has to be a level of intention, or else we're just going to get the life that falls into our lap, or the results that fall into our lap, or we're going to feel whatever is up to the circumstances of life instead of what we want. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. So one thing I wrote down that I know is beneficial, it benefits me a lot. It benefited me in 2025, and I'm taking it into 2026, is journaling or writing or reading. They all work instead of TV every single day. Like, there's nothing wrong with entertainment like Netflix or television, but it was my New Year's resolution in 2025 to delete Netflix. I was very addicted to Netflix, and so my New Year's resolution for 2025 was to delete it, and I successfully did it. And it's so funny because I avoided watching Netflix all of 2025 besides like 2 weeks ago. I was with my sister and she was saying to me, like, you don't have Netflix on your iPad? And I was like, no. And she's like, give me your iPad. I'll put Netflix, I'll put my Netflix on there. So it was the first time I had watched Netflix, and I was totally addicted. For like 3 days, all I did was watch Netflix, like for several hours a day. But other than that 1 week, and then I deleted it immediately. Other than 1 week, I avoided watching Netflix for all of 2025, and it benefited me so much. You are a much calmer and your nervous system being entertained at the end of every day, or every day in general, is extremely damaging to not only your psyche, but your ability to relax naturally. Like, your body doesn't know, when all you do is sedate your body, it doesn't know how to relax on its own. You just subscribed to Netflix again Saturday. All I'm saying is, there's some people who know how to not overdo it. If you know how to, Sundays are for reading. You wanted to see Stranger Things, right? Everybody's watching the Stranger Things. I get it. And some people know how to not overdo something. Like, if you know that you have control over yourself, then go ahead. There's some people who know how to be in front of a plate of cookies and just have one cookie. There's some people who know how to be in front of alcohol and not have any. There's some people who know how to have Netflix and not be addicted. If you're a self-controlled person, then sure. I'm not a very good at self-control. I'm not. I am a person who will overdo something. If I don't put guardrails on my life, I will overdo everything. I will become ridiculously addicted to Netflix. I will become ridiculously addicted to sugar and bad junk food. I will be ridiculously addicted to anything. If it's presented in front of me, I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying? If there's a plate of cookies in front of me, I'm eating the whole plate of cookies. I'm not just going to have one. So for some people, you can have something like Netflix and watch 1 or 2 episodes and then turn it off. If you can do that, no problem, right? Most of us can. Most of us, I'm not going to say most of us, but at least me, I have to have very strict guardrails on my life, and then things become easy. You know what I'm saying? It actually is easy when you put the guardrails there. So, like, for example, I don't buy junk. Like, I don't buy snacks. I don't buy chips, cookies, cake, pie. I mean, I have them sometimes, but I do not buy snacks. Now, do I get tempted to have a snack? No, it's never around, and it doesn't tempt me when I walk by it. But let's just say for some reason I had a ton of snacks around me, in my hotel room or in my Airbnb or in my home, I would be eating them all day. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, here's why I say that maybe you're very satisfied with your life. Maybe you're like, I have got a great life. I've got a great work ethic. I work out plenty. I'm active. I am very comfortable where I am in my life. Then great. Don't change anything. You're doing awesome. If you're not satisfied and you know you can be doing better in your life, you need to change things. I know I'm not satisfied with the way that I live. I want to come up higher, and I don't want to live the same year over and 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 over again until I'm 60, until I'm 70, and never change. I don't want that. So, like I said, I don't want to meddle in anybody's life. If you're happy with the way that you live, you love your 24-hour experience, then keep it. But for me, I want to level up. I know how damaging TV is, or entertainment is, in 2026. We're all entertained to death. We're entertained to death. All we are is entertained all freaking day long. And then we get upset when our lives don't look like the way we want them to look. We're not at the success level we want. We're not at the physical, aesthetic, level that you want, but you don't do anything but watch TV and entertain yourself, You can't be mad about. And okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of psychology. I'll tell you why journaling, these things are way better. So like, let's just say you got your day done. You work a job, you probably get up, go to work, and then you come home, right? What do you do when you're done what you have to do? You probably sit down on the couch and watch TV, or you probably turn your laptop on, put on Netflix. That is not good. That is very much not good. Let me tell you why. There's some psychology about this. So your nervous system shifts from stimulated to regulated at the end of the day. TV psychology actually keeps your sympathetic nervous system active, right? When you're done working and let's say you want to wind down, when you come home, you're supposed to be switching from stimulated to regulated, meaning you did what you had to do. You had to be thinking and your brain had to be firing off because you're probably working, doing things during the day, and now you want to relax, right? Your nervous system should now be shutting down or shifting so that you can relax. And TV doesn't allow you to do that, especially because it definitely depends on what you're watching. I don't know what you're watching. I don't think it matters as much. It definitely matters what you're watching, actually. But watching anything at all keeps your nervous system firing off. It doesn't actually allow you to relax. It keeps your cortisol and your adrenaline high. And you do get a hit of dopamine because you're being entertained. Your brain doesn't have to work. But in actuality, it's not real rest. Real rest, if you want to be relaxed, if you want to feel more, where you can regulate, doing something that is where you're actually putting out instead of taking in is way better. What is that? Reading, journaling, walking, even cooking, anything that you're doing that is not that instant hit of dopamine. Anything you're doing that's not like this immediate dopamine hit, it's more regulated, like going for a walk, like watching something, like having a hobby. Some people have, that's actually another one on the list. I'm going to talk about it later. But people who have hobbies live longer. That's literally proven. People who like crochet or paint or anything that's creative, scrapbook, these things seem stupid, but these people live way longer. It is proven that people who have like a creative outlet that's not really for anything live way longer. They're calmer people. And their nervous system regulates when they're doing these things. It calms you down, right? Social media does not calm you down, and movies and TV shows do not calm you down. So that is on my list of 2025. When I'm done everything that I have to do for the day, I do not want to watch something. When you've done all your work during the day, you finished all of everything you have to do, and you're like, now I can relax. Don't put something on a television or sit down to watch some TV show. Maybe once a week. Have a day like Saturday or Sunday where you sit down. Maybe you're a fan of sports, something like that. Sundays. Do it on Sundays. Do it on Saturdays. But Monday through Friday is not entertainment day. And you're going to find in 3 or 4 days, you're going to find yourself so calm and your brain actually gets to rest. So you get reset for the next day. So you're actually a better worker and a better thinker the next day because your brain actually is working right now. It's much easier to hop on YouTube and become entertained than focus on reading after work. It's so hard. It's not so hard. It's just your brain is not used to it. Something being hard and something you're not used to are two different things. So like, obviously new territory, something you're not used to doing, at first your brain is going to fight it because Your brain wants to be comfortable all the time. It doesn't want to be challenged. So that's why challenging your brain is a good thing. You want to challenge your brain. Alzheimer's happens when people don't use their brain. Their brain just clocks out because you haven't been using it. You know what I'm saying? But your brain, you have no idea. I've been studying the brain. You have no idea what your brain is capable of. You have no idea. You actually have one of the most, like, even scientists will say that they have not even figured out the human mind yet and what it's capable of. Your mind capabilities are endless. You could be the CEO of NASA. It's inside of you. Now, if you don't use it, then no. You can't be the CEO of NASA, but you have what you need inside of your head to do that thing. The brain is insane what it can do. So what I'm trying to say is one of my strategies, I'm not going to belabor too much, but I think that you are a way calmer person if you only sit and get for very allotted times in your life. Like maybe on Saturday is your day where you sit and get entertained, or Sunday, or maybe both Sunday and Saturday, but not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. For the majority of your day, you're being entertained about things that have nothing to do with you in your life. Stranger Things has nothing to do with your life. It's not helping you. And meanwhile, here's the thing that gets me going. There's a saying that there is a person who wants what you want. They want the same thing you want, but they're putting in the work to get that thing. You're not. They're getting it. They're getting the life that you want because they're actually willing to put in the work. You're not. When I say you, I'm speaking hypothetically, and I say this to myself all the time. But I want a certain life, right? If I'm wasting my time watching Stranger Things and drama on YouTube or drama on the internet, and I could be using that precious time to be building this life I want, or building the mentality that I want. There is a person who wants the same thing I want, and they're going to get it because they're willing to put in the work. They're going to take that spot that you wanted. It's theirs because they're putting in the work. When I was in high school, I was very, 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 the thing I was known for was music. I'm a pianist. I started teaching piano when I was 9 years old. It was my first ever job. I started teaching piano when I was 9 because I'm very good at the piano. I've always been very, what's the word? Hand-eye coordination. I'm very good with that kind of stuff. So piano came very naturally to me. And I kind of hated practicing, like a person should practice piano. And I would always say, I'm born with the piano talent. I'm born with, I don't need to practice like everybody else practices. And there was this other girl in my school. Her name was Sarah. Amazing, amazing girl. She was in my grade, and there was a music competition at our school, and I wanted to be the pianist for it. I wanted to be the pianist for this big show our school was putting on. And so you had to audition in school, you had to audition for the spot of pianist. And I was like, I don't need to practice anything. There's sheet music I should have been practicing every day, at least 2 or 3 hours every day. But I thought, I'm the piano prodigy. I'm born with this amazing piano talent. I don't need to practice like Sarah, bless her heart. But Sarah was not as good as me at the piano. And even she would have said that, like, she would have agreed with me if I said that, right? But I'm the prodigy. I'm the piano girl. Like, I'm so smart. I don't need to practice. I would just take the sheet music the day before and play, blind, play the sheet music blind. Anyways, you already know where this story is going. Sarah was not as good as piano as me, but she practiced her butt off. She practiced her butt off. Every day she was practicing and practicing. And she would even say to me, have you been practicing the sheet music? And she would say, may the best woman win. And I was just like, she's playing like I'm going to get this spot. Long story short, you know where the thing went. This girl played her butt off the sheet music. She got the spot. I did not get it. And I was devastated. I was bawling my eyes out crying because she got to be the pianist for the show at our school and for our high school graduation. Yeah, shout out to Sarah. But she also got to be the pianist for our high school graduation, which I wanted to be the pianist for our high school graduation, but the music teacher gave it to her because she played better than me because she practiced. But would she, if you had said to her, now in the end, I did play the piano for our high school graduation because she didn't want to do it anymore. It was too much for her. She had so much going on. She was also valedictorian of our class. She was just one of those go-getters. She was valedictorian of our class. She was doing the piano. She had so many different things. She actually said to me later, do you just want to play because I have too much on my plate? So I ended up playing. But long story short, she actually was doing better than me in high school in the piano because she practiced her butt off. I didn't practice at all because I was just like, I'm talented. What I'm trying to say is there is somebody who's willing to put in the work you're not willing to put in, and they're going to take your spot or whatever you want in life. They're going to take it. They're going to take every opportunity that flies in front of them. They're going to keep taking every single opportunity because they're ready. Meanwhile, so many people, we're wasting our time on Netflix. We're wasting our time scrolling. It's not doing anything for us. And there's somebody who's not scrolling. There's somebody who's not watching Stranger Things. They're reading. They're in the gym. There's somebody who's not watching whatever crap is on Netflix all day. They're working out. They're going for a walk. They're reading something. They're ready when opportunity strikes. They're sitting there ready for it because their hands are open. You know what I'm saying? So Sarah, the practicing pianist. Sarah, I don't know what she's doing in life right now, but the girl was no joke. The girl wasn't naturally talented, but she was freaking dedicated. She got straight A's because she studied her butt off. But she didn't really have the natural talent, but it didn't matter for her because she was willing to put in the work that I wasn't and that most people weren't. Now, I'm not saying that, it's chooses your life trajectory, but I had to learn something. She was actually once somebody who taught that to me because in high school I was very lazy and I almost didn't even graduate high school. They almost failed me because I was failing every single class. I failed everything. I had a big fat F in every grade. The only reason I was not held back in high school is because I had an amazing teacher who went to bat for me, and he basically pulled some strings and he was begging a lot of my teachers to give me extra credit. I graduated high school by the skin on my teeth. Like, I was this close to being held back because I didn't do anything. I thought I was too cool for school. Homework. I'm doing homework. That's for losers. I didn't even really show up to my class. The only reason I got into college is because my SAT scores were so good. So anyways, long story short, I learned later in my life something that I wish I had learned before, which is the people who are eating the fruit of life are putting in the work. They are not the ones just waiting for something to hit them over the head. They're like ready because they have been spending their time wisely. And so all I'm saying is it's okay sometimes to do dumb stuff like watching TV for hours and 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 hours. There's people who are not doing that. They're in the gym. They're saying no to the donut. They're getting something healthier, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to see the results, and they're going to be really good results that they're going to get. Looking good, feeling good, actually absolutely has a huge ripple effect on your life. Your life's driving. Stop. Well, this is when I was in my teens, and I had to learn this. I will say that I've changed so much. In high school, oh my gosh, I was so dirty. Like, I basically was one of those people, I never wanted to clean my room. I never wanted to organize. I just kind of woke up and just let the day hit me. I was not organized. I always had a messy room. I always, I was totally different. And I wish I could have learned that Sarah aspect. She's somebody who taught me that. I wish I had learned the Sarah aspect earlier. It would have kept me from a lot of trouble. But I was just messy. I was not organized. I was, anyways. And I was too cool for school. Very much too cool for school. I thought the whole thing was stupid. Now, I haven't changed that much in that aspect because I still don't like school. I'm too hyper to sit down and, read books or let somebody read them at me. But anyways, Sarah, shout out to Sarah, whatever you're doing in life, Sarah, go Sarah. She was a very, very dedicated, hardworking woman. She didn't care what the heck she was good at. She studied and she spent her time wisely. So, and I'm moving on. That was the first point I wanted to make about strategy of getting ahead in 2026. There's going to be somebody, again, I will reiterate, some people are very happy with their lives, and that's amazing. If you're happy with the cadence of your life, with your current level of whatever you got going on, don't change anything. Don't change anything. Keep going. But there are people who are like, I'm not happy with my life. I want change. We have to change things. What is the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing and expecting different results. So I would say you can do it. It's not hard. You will get addicted to it, actually. You get so addicted when you stop watching all this entertainment, you don't even want it. Like, some people say to me, like, don't you want to watch Stranger Things? Don't you want to watch Bridgerton? Don't you want to watch? And I'm just like, no. I actually love being a person that doesn't know what's going on. I love it. I can't have the conversation about what everybody's watching because I'm not watching it. I'm reading or I'm journaling or something. It actually feels good to be out of the loop. So anyways, journaling, and you're like, journaling? That is so, like, it's actually really fun. Even for guys, even if you're a guy, write your day like you're a famous person that's writing their memoir. Like, when you come home, get a journal and write down your day like your life story is going to go down in history. Even the stupid stuff, right? What you have for breakfast and what a person said to you and how you react to some situation. Write it down. I'm telling you, you will never regret it. And it's really fun. Journal, walk, do puzzles. My mom is right now getting into puzzles. She loves them. Do anything that's where you're kind of exerting energy, but it's not intense exertion. Walk, cook, pick some stupid hobby. It doesn't even matter what the hobby is. Do the hobby instead of sitting and getting entertained. Okay, you can do sit and get entertained once a week, twice a week. When you write, who's your audience, or are you just getting thoughts? I'm just getting thoughts out. Now, I journal for myself. Nobody's going to see that. But I also write books that I'm going to publish one day. So when I write books, I'm writing to whoever reads my books, But I think everybody should write. You don't have to write a book. You can write about your life. You can journal. And it's very good for your nervous system. Okay. Moving on. That was point number 1. In 2026, it's going to be hard at first, but then it's going to get so addicting and so easy to just shut down the noise. Like, I don't know. I feel like, am I getting old? I just don't care what everybody's watching and what everybody's talking about. I just want to be in my own little bubble. And it's so peaceful in there. It is so peaceful. I don't need to know what everybody's watching. Yesterday, I saw some horrific images and it messed me up. And usually I don't, like, if I hear about something tragic happening, I usually just say a prayer and then let it go, because sometimes things can weigh on me really heavy and then I end up getting really upset. But I knew I shouldn't have looked it up, but somebody was talking about the car accident. I don't even want to say it because I don't want people to look it up. Don't look this up. Please don't look it up. But somebody was talking about the car accident with Anthony Joshua, and I should not have. Something inside me was like, Maryjane, do not look it up. But I looked it up. Of course I did. And I saw a horrible video. And I do not want to promote this video, so I'm not going to say where I found it, but Anthony Joshua's friends that were in the car accident, they got decapitated and their bodies were laying on the street headless. And when I tell you, I started to have a freaking breakdown. And I was like, Maryjane, why? Like, we have to watch what the heck we watch. If you don't think what you watch is affecting you, we were not supposed to see all this stuff. And it's addicting. I'm not gonna lie, it's very addicting to see what the latest thing that happened on the news was. But it affects your brain. I couldn't even sleep, you guys. I was up for like 6-7 hours because I was supposed to be sleeping. Ugh, I can't even get those images out of my head. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you guys have to, like, stuff you watch is totally affecting you, and it's too much information, you guys. It's too much. So yeah, do not look it up. If you hear about something tragic happening on the news, because there's always going to be something tragic, okay? So just talking about it. Yeah, he's your favorite box. He is a favorite boxer of yours, and super scared when I heard art goes out to his friends and family. Yeah, and I heard about the situation, and I knew. Usually, this is what I do when I hear about something tragic. I say, God, please take care of this. You don't need me to know anything. You don't need me to know any more information. I don't need to know anything more. God, help. You just ask God to take care of the situation, and then you move on with your life. But we're not supposed to take on everything that's going on. It's too much. And I saw a horrible, horrible, horrible freaking video. Why do anything is allowed on the internet? What in the world? Oh, anyways, just talking about it right now is already making me more upset. But anything you watch is going inside of you. And, it's going to take me a few days to get rid of that image in my head of his friend lying on the street, decapitated. Oh. Anyways, I don't watch this crap anymore. I'm so done with the internet. I'm done. I don't care about. It's not that I don't care. It's like I have too much going on. Like I can't be every 2 seconds looking at everything going on. You will never, ever, 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 ever have the focus you need if you live that kind of life. So, anyways, and yes, everything you watch is affecting you. It's not good to consume all of this stuff, especially when you're empathetic. And oh my gosh, when I tell you, I was having like a freaking panic attack. Because you're like, your brain is just like, and then your brain wants more, even though you're grossed out, your brain wants to see more. You guys, when I tell you, there's going to be more and more and more and more and more and more and more crazy stuff on the internet. And if you're somebody who's just going to be, there's a verse about this. Hold on, there's a verse about this. Hold on. There's a verse about this in Ecclesiastes. Hold on, let me look it up. There's a really good verse about this. I think it's Ecclesiastes chapter 4. Hold on, let me look at this verse up. It's like about a fool has wandering eyes. Let me hit you with this verse because it's so good. A fool's eyes wander. Hold on, let me look it up. A wise man. Yes. No. Hold on. A fool's to the ends of the earth. It's like a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. I know this is in Ecclesiastes. Yes. Okay. Ecclesiastes, which is a book written by the wisest man. God said that King Solomon was the wisest man to ever live, right? He wrote the book of Ecclesiastes, right? Ecclesiastes 2, chapter 14 says, the wise man's eyes are in his head straight forward, but a fool walks in the darkness and his eyes wander to the ends of the earth. Meaning, a wise person is focused. They keep their eyes forward, right? They keep their eyes focused. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here, and I know I'm not supposed to be paying attention to everything. It says in Ecclesiastes that a fool's eyes wander to the end of the earth. Like a very unintelligent person is just always like, has no, a fool's eyes basically have no, what am I trying to explain? Like, there's no discipline. You just watch anything and everything that's going on. You're right there ready to watch it, which is stupid because there's always going to be something going on. So anyways, disciplined, right? Disciplined. Yeah, that's the word. Disciplined. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be focusing on, and it's not everything that's going on in the news every 30 seconds, or everything that's going on TV every 30 seconds, or whatever they have on Netflix, or whatever they have on TikTok, or whatever they have on Instagram. I'm not going to be doing that. It's not going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form. Okay. We just talked about that first point for a long time. I have like 15 different points that I want to make. I'm sitting in a cafe right now. I'm in Japan. I'm in Akihabara, which is the anime street. So after the live stream, I want to show you guys around. Not after the live stream, but after we talk a little bit. So I'm also fundraising today. Let's see if we have any donations. Yes, I'm fundraising today for my mission. I leave in 9 days to head out and finish my goal of visiting every country in the world, which is going to be crazy. But I think by this time next year, I can finish my goal of visiting every country in the world. I have 56 countries left. There are 195 countries in the world, and I've been to 139. So I have 56 more. So next week I leave to West Africa. I'll be visiting 8 new countries, and then I'm going to try to keep that cadence for the rest of the year, about 8 countries a month. So I could use all the help I could get. I'm trying to see. So yes, I'm fundraising today. I wanted to raise 1K, and we'd hit it if 35 people donated $35. So yeah, if anyone wants to be the first person to donate, nobody has donated yet in the stream. Donation method is via Cash App, which is, whoa. Oh, thank you so much. Lunches on me. That is so sweet. Thanks so much, B&K. Thank you. Well, actually, the first person just donated. So yes, we made $20. $20 so far of the 1K goal. Thanks so much, B&K. I'm gonna get myself another matcha on you. Yay! Let me move on to our second point. Yeah, I kind of already talked about the creative outlet. I'm talking about getting ahead in 2026. These are notes I've written for myself. I'm just sharing them with you guys. I think that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. So if you're happy with your life in 2025, or maybe you looked at your life in 2025, it was like, I could do a lot better. I know that's how I feel. I'm trying to do that. So first thing is not to be entertained to death, not let everything have your eyes. Everything and everything having your eyes is going to lead to destruction. You should be very selective of where your eyes go, what you allow yourself to focus on. It shapes your life. Okay. Next thing, we already talked about the dopamine addiction. We're all addicted to dopamine, so our nervous systems don't know how to regulate. You actually become more calm when you don't give yourself dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is the pleasure chemical. It's what gets released in our brains when we feel pleasure. So if you, not to be graphic, but sex is one of the highest dopamine releases. That's why people like it, because of the dopamine that gets released when you're doing it. But also very, very high. Actually, you can get the same amount of dopamine from sugar and carbs as a person does during intercourse. Sugar, carbs, cookies, cake, ice cream, pizza, donuts, pasta, bread, all of that also releases almost the same amount of dopamine, pretty much up there. What else is very big in dopamine? Cozy clothes. When you put on your most cozy, comfortable clothes, you get a huge hit of dopamine. When you're sitting down on the couch, I'll tell you what a dopamine sandwich is. Here's a dopamine sandwich. You sitting in comfortable clothes on the couch, watching your favorite TV show, eating your favorite food. That combo right there, your brain is high. You are on a serious dopamine explosion, almost the same that you get on cocaine. Some call it happy hormone, right? It's the hormone that makes you feel good. But the thing is, it's so toxic when it's overdone. So obviously God put that there for a reason. And there is a really good, pleasure is not bad, but pleasure is bad when it's taken into overdrive. We were never supposed to experience the levels of dopamine that the average person is experiencing today. That's why you gotta reel dopamine in and put it in its place. We're not supposed to be on dopamine all day. And here's the thing. Here's the ironic part of pleasure. The more pleasure you feel, the less pleasure you feel. Let me break it down. I've written about this in one of my books. Let me break this down for you, right? So let's just say you are somebody who, let's just say that you are somebody who, right, burger. Are we talking about dopamine things? Burgers definitely release dopamine. Let's just say you're somebody who indulges, right? You have no selection process when you're eating. You eat whatever your eyes want, whether it's a cookie, whether it's pie, whether it's cake, whether it's a burger, whether it's french fries. You have no rules. You eat whatever you want, whenever you want it. Fast food. Okay, and then let's paint a scenario of a person who's very strict. You donated. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to donate. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm trying to see. Yay, we got another $10 donation. Thank you so much. And please know that that is huge to me. $10 donation is, thank you so much, Antoinette. I was trying to see what your name was. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. You're making this Every Country mission very possible, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much. We're talking about the more pleasure you feel, the less pleasure you feel. So let's just say you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of sweets. You very much restrict yourself from having these, pleasure foods, cake, cookies, pie, ice cream, fast food, right? And then let's just say you allow yourself to have it once a week, right? That is a very mean word. Let's just say you allow yourself to have sweets or whatever once a week. Your experience having those sweets once a week is going to be way higher than somebody who has them every day. It's almost like when you oversaturate your brain doesn't even know how to process anymore. That's why they say things like porn are so bad, so incredibly toxic for a person, because your brain gets so used to pleasure, right? And the certain amount of pleasure on a regular basis. Now, for something that was meant to be in a certain area in your life, now it's flooded your life. It's not even pleasurable anymore. The normal thing is not even pleasurable anymore. They say that a person who watches porn on a regular basis does not have satisfying sexual experiences. And this is all, we're talking about marriage here, within marriage. But that's why they say something like porn is so damaging to a person, because your brain doesn't know how to have a regular satisfying experience anymore. You need something extreme to make you feel that baseline level of good. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about it with porn. We could talk about it with sugar. We could talk about it with, usually it's sugar and sexual experiences. Those are the two high, dopamine experiences that a person has. But there's lower dopamine too, like getting complimented or popularity or stuff like that. You also donated on GoFundMe last week. Thank you so much, Antoinette. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please don't say, no, it is incredibly, incredibly humbling for me, and I so appreciate it. I will always be here to try to give you guys amazing content. And I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to think of my Africa series, which is coming next week. So thank you so much. So anyways, the only reason I'm bringing up, I don't want to talk about these, I didn't mean to get all deep with the topic of, that. The only reason I brought it up is because they're the two heavy hitters when it comes to dopamine in the human experience. They're like, they take the cake for top pleasurable experiences for people. So that's the only reason I brought that up. But we're pleasure addicted, so we experience less pleasure. Where if you would put something in a box and you put it like in its place, you actually experience more pleasure when it's in its place versus it not being out of its place and it's just running around rampant in your life, kind of like, I don't know, an animal. So anyways, there's a place and a time for things, but it's not every single day whenever we want it. We don't even experience it anymore. We always have to have a new level. You have to keep taking it to a new level because we've totally worn out our pleasure receptors. So anyways, moving on. I didn't want to go, beat that point to death, but I'm just saying that pleasure is not something that we were supposed to be so addicted to all day, every day. And it should be put in its place. The pleasure thing should be put in its place, not just all over our day, all over our life. You're listening, God, you're right. Stop! I talk from experience. I always say that. I don't talk from a place of being better. I talk from a place of experience. It is very damaging, actually. So I didn't want this live stream to be about porn. Moving on, guys. This is a very child-friendly YouTube channel. Children, we love, child-friendly stuff. Okay, moving on. I'm talking about things, getting ahead in 2026, things that I've learned in 2020. We're all adults here at the same time, what I'm saying? Hey, I wish somebody would have brought this stuff up to me when I was young. When I was younger, like 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 or 16, nobody talked about this stuff. I wish they had. I wish somebody would have sat me down and been like, listen, we're going to talk about some subjects right now. Stop acting like a little kid. It would have been fun, but everybody was too scared. Like, oh, we don't talk about that stuff, And then you get it introduced in the wrong way. But anyways, moving on. We're talking about getting ahead in 2026. Next thing I wrote down was start backwards. Start backwards. That's what I wrote down. A lot of people say they don't like the life they have, but when you ask them when you ask people what life do they want, oh, my tripod just started spazzing. When you ask people what life they want, I feel like sometimes people don't even know. It's like, you can't be upset with, okay, darling. Are you okay? Sometimes my tripod it's one of those AI tripods. Like, it uses AI to track my face. And sometimes it just spazzes out on me. I think we're good. Okay. What were we saying? Yeah, okay. You should know exactly what life you want. Sometimes I'll talk to people and I'll be like, okay, well, what are your dreams? And they're just like, I don't know. I want to be famous. Or I just want to be rich. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how can you get what you want in life? You don't even know. You need to know exactly what you want in life. Exactly. It shouldn't just be, oh, I just want to be rich and famous. No. You should be able to write down in a journal. If you don't, then do this. Write down, get a book, and write down the life you want. And it shouldn't just be, I want a lot of money and I want to be famous. I want to be known. No, it's got to be you got to have something concrete. So how can you build something you don't know what you're trying to build? You can't plan something you don't know. You know what I'm saying? When I wanted a certain life, I was very specific with God. Now, it did take me a second to know what I wanted. When I was younger, I wanted to be something totally different than what I am now. But I got very specific. Very, 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 very specific. When I was like 22. I think it was like 22 because I didn't travel until I was 22. And then when I started traveling, I was like, this is what I want, right? But it took me, it might take you a second to figure that out. I didn't know I wanted to travel until I started traveling. Who's my favorite artist? Hans Zimmer. My favorite artist. You need to know what you want. I feel like sometimes I talk to a lot of people and they have no idea what they want. They just know that they are not happy with whatever situation they have. So if you don't know exactly what you want, it shouldn't just be like things you want. What life you want is not the things you want in life. They're two separate things. Things that you want and the life you want are two different. You should know what life you want so that you can be able to work backwards from it, right? You put the goal in front. You put a goal in front of you and then you can plan it moving backwards. So what does that mean? Yes, Hans Zimmer. If I met him, I would pass out on the floor and cry and shake and pass out again, and then wake up and then cry and pass out again. I love him so much. He is my hero. But yeah, work backwards. For me, I knew I wanted to visit every country in the world. So okay. At first, it was very out of this world, The goal of visiting every single country in the world was, you have no idea how unrealistic that was when I first started wanting to do something like this. Then the Lord answered and said, write the vision out, make it plain on tablets, then he may run who reads it. Boom, Habakkuk, that's one of my favorite verses. Yes, absolutely. You need to be able to write down. If you can't write down your dreams, I dare say they're never going to happen. Where am I? Somebody said, where am I? I am in Tokyo. I am in Tokyo. That's what you just asked me, right? In Chinese. But yeah, you need to be able to write your dreams down in a piece of paper, like right in front of you. If you can't, then you can't make them happen. If you can write something down, you can make it happen. It's that simple. Because once it's on paper, you can look at it and say, okay, how am I going to do this? Like what I said, when I first got sent out on my mission to visit all the countries in the world, when I first set on my mission to visit every country in the world, it sounded insane, right? But party pooper. Sorry. You always come to my live streams and say something negative. Always. Always, always, Travell. Always come to my live streams and say something very negative. Whatever we're saying, you got to say the opposite. Okay, so anyways. If you can write something down, this is not overcomplicated, so I'm not going to over-explain it. You can do it. End of story. And it doesn't matter what people think you can do. Who cares? Everything's stupid and everything's impossible until it happens, right? Yeah, but be negative towards me. Don't be negative towards my people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling for my people. If you want to say something about me. Don't be saying something about my people. So anyways, when I first wanted to visit every country in the world, it sounded nuts. When I first said that I wanted to travel all to these countries by myself, it sounded nuts until I started doing it. So everything is going to sound nuts until you start doing it. Sometimes you got to prove to yourself, and you've got to prove that something can be done by you doing it. Nobody knows what's possible, right? Nobody can tell you what is possible, what is not possible. So that's all I want to say. You should be very specific about what you want. You should be able to write it down, and you should be able to make a plan. That's what I do every day of my life. Every single day, you guys. I have so many notebooks, and I'm writing down countries. I'm always like, okay, Senegal, okay, Sudan, okay. So in Sudan, I'm gonna need okay. So it's getting loud in here, but because I can put things on paper, I can do them. You know what I'm saying? If something just exists up here in the ether, how are you ever going to pull it down into reality? You got to put something down so it exists somewhere physically so you can figure it out. Even me, I don't have enough money to finish my goal of visiting every country in the world. So I do a lot of fundraising. That's what I'm doing today. That's what I do on my live streams. That's what I do. I reach out to my audience and I say, can you support? I want to visit every country in the world, but I'm constantly writing down exactly what I think I need so that I can figure out how to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I need like $50. I could definitely use help. So let me reach out to my audience. Let me ask them if they'll be willing to donate. Let me figure this out. Let me figure that out. Like I'm constantly, even things that I don't really know how to physically do, I'm writing a plan about how is this thing going to happen? You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't just say, oh, this is not going to happen because I can't really do it right now. Figure it out. If you need, put it down on paper. What is plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan F, plan... I'm usually on plan E before something actually happens, but figure it out. I know most people aren't trying to visit every country in the world. It doesn't matter, whatever that thing is. Maybe you want to be a musician you want to be I don't know what your dream is. I can't tell you. You have to figure it out and put it on a piece of paper. You have to make the plan. No one's going to do that for you. You think somebody's just going to knock me down in the middle of the street and say, Maryjane, I heard you want to visit every country in the world. Let me make this happen for you. Let me donate $150,000 to you. No one's going to do that. Or nobody's going to say, I have a private jet for you. Nobody's going to just knock you over and make your dreams happen. You have to wake up every day. You have to have some tenacity, and you got to put your feet on the floor and be like, I'm going to make this happen somehow. Nobody's going to knock, like, you're not going to, there's this thing, it's like, some of us are like waiting on a savior, right? We're waiting for somebody to come rescue us. Usually, it's not going to happen. What if I'm scared of what people think of me? You got to get rid of that. You have to get rid of the what do people think about me, because let me tell you something. There are going to be people that do not think good things about you. So for you to be afraid of that, it's inevitable. You have to kind of not care. The people that were not going to think well of you were already not going to think well of you. But there are going to be people that like you, that want to support you, that want to. There are going to be people when you put yourself out there, but there are also going to be people who are not. I get it all the time. There's some people who think I crawled out of hell and I'm a horrible person, but I don't care because I know that I'm not. I know who I am, and that's why I boldly, say out loud the things I want to do, and I ask and I call on support. And the people who don't like me, don't want to support me, they're not going to. So what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? And that goes for every single person. There are going to be people who look at you and they don't think good things. They don't necessarily think you're somebody they want to, hitch onto, and that's perfectly fine. It's their right. It is totally up to them. But it's okay. You can build. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to build in life. Don't be afraid to build. Don't be afraid to start from zero, which we're all starting from zero, and build. So you'll be very surprised of what you're capable of. You'll be very surprised of what you're capable of when you put yourself out there and being negative. Don't let people scare you is what I'm saying. Go out there. If you believe in yourself, go for it. If you don't believe in yourself, don't go for it. But if you believe in yourself, go for it. I 100% believe in myself, so I go for everything that I'm trying to do. Everything I'm trying to do, I go for it. Am I met with obstacles? Yes. But it's not going to stop me from trying. I think there's something to be said about somebody who refuses to stop trying. It's like the jockey that just won't fall off the horse. Or the jockey, there's a saying about like a jockey who keeps getting back up on the horse. There's something to be said about that kind of person. Because you're going to get knocked down. If you're scared about getting up on the horse, because what if I fall off? You will fall off. But get back on. What are you doing? You're still breathing. You're still among the living. You ain't dead yet. If you're dead, quit. But you're not dead. And I think everybody has something awesome to offer the world, but I think very few people actually do end up being able to offer that thing they have to the world because everybody's so scared. But I think, honestly, God put something in everyone. Every single one of us has something to offer the world. There's something about you that only you can do. And there's some people that only you can inspire. And there's some people that only you were meant to reach these people and whatever. But I don't think a lot of people ever get to that point of being able to offer whatever they have to offer to the world because of a few things. One, people are scared of being disliked, misunderstood, and maybe they're scared of what if I'm not as good as I think I am or something like that. I think that's why I know a lot of people who are like, I want to start posting on social media, but I'm so scared. And I always ask people, why are you scared about posting on social media? It's free and you lose nothing. Like, you don't lose anything. It's not like you have to invest in social media. All you have to do is post stuff. But there's so many people that are so scared. And I'm like, what are you scared of? They're like, well, being not liked or flopping. And my response is always, you're not going to be liked. Like, I don't want to say you're not going to be liked, but I would say that there are going to be people who don't like you. So that part should never be taken into consideration, meaning like it shouldn't be a deciding factor if you're going to do something. But there's going to be people that like you too. What's so scary about not being liked? People don't like themselves. People don't like themselves. So who cares? You need to do some practices. I'm going to challenge you guys. If anybody on the other side of the screen is like, I want to post on social media, but I'm scared. I want to start a TikTok, but I'm scared. I want to post a travel vlog, but I'm scared. I dare you. This is my January challenge for you. Post something in January on social media. Maybe it's a TikTok. Maybe it's a what I do today, what I ate today, what I cooked today. Maybe it's just advice. Maybe it's just you giving advice or anything. Post it. Or maybe it's a little vlog. Maybe you're going to go on a little trip. Vlog your trip and post it. Just as a practice for you to finally stop being so scared to move. It's going to get you out of this fear cycle of just waiting for the perfect time. There's no such thing as the perfect time. The perfect time is whenever you do something. That is the perfect time. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here so much. You have no idea. When your username pops up in the chats or the comment section, you bring me so much joy. Thank you so much. And warmness. Social phobia is real, even in online settings. Of course it is. It can be very damaging and hard to take care of it if not done correctly. It can be very damaging. I would have to disagree that it can be, it can be very damaging. I don't know if it can be very damaging. I think it's all in your head. Hi, North Face or Columbia? I'm a North Face girly. I like North Face. It's all in your head. If you ever understood that life is happening in your head, it would help you so much. Everything is happening in your brain, in your head. Reality doesn't even matter. That's in one of my favorite books. Thinking Fast and Slow is one of my favorite books. It's one of the bestsellers of, I don't know. It's one of the bestsellers. Reality takes a back seat to the environment of your mind. Hi. What matters first and foremost is your brain, your mind environment. What's actually happening in the world never really matters because it's all about how you're perceiving it. It's very true. Some people will look outside and they see opportunity and beauty and they're happy and they're admiring the trees and they're happy to be here. And then there's another person who's maybe going through a divorce or going through a hard time in life, and they're experiencing the same exact thing as somebody that's walking around outside, but they can't enjoy it because their mind environment is off. Your mind. You've got to get out of this thing. You got to get out of your freaking mind. You got to get, hi girl. Hi, beautiful. I was watching your videos yesterday. This girl is a YouTuber becoming Cadest, and she is so beautiful and talented. I think she's going to blow up in 2026. Oh, there was a guy who was just trying to sit next to me. Sorry. I'm in a cafe right now. I kind of, people are noticing I'm live streaming. It's okay though. But yeah. There's one person who can look out. There's a saying, I'm going to butcher the saying. Let me just reiterate, because I'm not going to say it the right way, but it's like one person looks out at the blue sky and sees opportunity. You know, another person looks out and is like, oh, I hope it doesn't rain today. I don't know. I'm messing it up or something like that, but there's two different people. Somebody looks outside and the sky is blue and they're like, oh, it's beautiful outside. Another person is like, oh, I see a rain cloud. It's going to rain. What do you see? What do you think? So you don't have to be afraid of what people think about you. And I dare say it's very unattractive. Like, what if somebody came up to you, like dating, right? Like, I don't know if it goes the same for a guy, but I don't know if it's the same for a girl, but like imagine a man coming up to you and he likes you and he's scared and he's nervous and he's his body language is very I hope she likes me. I hope she likes me. Or what if she doesn't like me? Like, that's unattractive. What do they tell you with dating advice? If you're going to go ask somebody out, put your shoulders back, hold your head up, and go boldly ask somebody out if you like them. Chances you're going to increase your chances by like 60% because people are drawn to confidence. I don't know if it's the same way the other way around, but it's very true. People are drawn to confidence. And the truth is, nobody is that all together. I hate to break it to you. There's no perfect person. There's no perfect influencer. There's no perfect beauty. There's nobody with perfect skin. There's nobody with perfect hair. There's nobody with perfect features. There's nobody with a perfect personality. There's nobody with a perfect life. So if you're thinking that everybody's successful, people that are walking around that are perfect, it is so not true. They're just people that were bold enough to try, and maybe things have started working out for them. Nobody's perfect. So don't wait for the perfect time and perfect opportunity. There is no such thing. That's in the Bible too. There's a Bible verse that says, whoever looks at the wind, that's in Ecclesiastes. Let me look it up. Whoever looks. This is in Ecclesiastes too. It's something about whoever looks at the wind and waits for the wind. What verse is that? Believing that happenstance only happens to the present is what holds people back. Beauty knows no. Come on, preach it. Preach it. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect day for you to start your TikTok. There's no perfect day for you to start that business. There's no perfect time for you to whatever, you fill in the blank. The perfect time is when you choose to freaking finally do it. Okay, there's a Bible verse in Ecclesiastes. It's Ecclesiastes 11:4. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. This means, like, there's people who are constantly waiting for the perfect opportunity. You're never going to find it. You know how many people have said to me before, like, MJ, why don't you wait to finish your every country mission? Wait for the wars to stop. Wait for the chaos to stop around the world. You mean you're telling me to wait for world peace? So many people say that to me. Maryjane, there's too much war and chaos and hurt and trouble going on in the world. So why don't you hold off on your every country mission and revisit it in a couple years? So you're telling me to wait for world peace? That's never going to happen. If anything, things are going to keep getting worse. There's never going to be a day that is going to suit you perfectly for you to make your move finally. Make it. Make your move. Dang. Okay. Oh boy. Things I've learned in 2025. We're talking about 2026 strategy. I'm thinking of another verse. There's another verse in Ecclesiastes. It's like, sow your seed in the morning and at night because you don't know which one is actually going to work out for you. That's talking about opportunity. Okay, hold on. Ecclesiastes is coming to my mind. There's another verse. It's like, you should sow your seed in the morning and at night because you don't know which one is actually going to work out for you. That's opportunity. Okay, yeah, it's Ecclesiastes 11:6. Sow your seed in the morning, and at the evening let your hands not be idle, for you don't know which will succeed, whether this or that, whether both will do equally well. That verse is in the Bible. Basically, it's saying plant in the morning, plant at night, because you don't know which one is going to take. You don't know which time that you try something that it's actually going to click and work. Right? Don't just be sitting here waiting. Okay, I'm going to wait for the perfect time to plant. There's no perfect time to plant. Do it. So that, because what if the first time it doesn't work, the second time it doesn't work, the third time it doesn't work, but the fourth time it's going to work? You don't know that. So you're increasing your chances. Okay. And stop. Okay, here's I want to say this from the top of the ceiling. My next point, I want to scream from the rooftops. And then I'm going to check to see if we have any donations, you guys. I'm on a mission to visit all the countries in the world. I plan to finish at the end of 2026. I have 56 countries left and could use so much help finishing this goal. If you are somebody who enjoys the content and is excited and you can donate, it would be so amazingly helpful. Today's goal was to raise 1K, which is if 30 people donated $30, we'd hit it because we've already gotten 3 donations. Thank you guys so much. So if you can support with $30, please do. If you can't, even $5 is very, very, very helpful because it adds up power in numbers. Donation method is via Cash App, which is in the comments. Maryjane Byram on Cash App. You'll know it's me because I have the same avatar on Cash App as I do on YouTube. It's the Earth. Hit the like button. Your counselor shared that you should read Ecclesiastes from the last chapter to the first. Oh. And rather from 1 through the end, it was so okay, interesting. I'm going to try to do that next time. I've never heard of that. We're talking about winning strategy, and I'm gonna do that today. We're talking about winning strategy in 2026. I'm going through a couple things, and then I'm gonna show you guys around. I just wanted to sit and talk to you first, but I have some stuff to show you if you're gonna stay up for that long. I'm sitting on a really cool street right now, so I'm gonna walk around and show you guys around in a second. But okay, winning strategies in 2026. I'm reading down my list. The next thing I wrote, this is so crucial. I need a microphone. Hold on. This is point number 7. I want to scream this from the rooftops. Are you ready? Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Golly. Everybody's so worried about what everybody else is doing. Why? Why? They have nothing to do with you. Sorry, there's a guy looking at me like, is she okay? This annoys me so much. I think people think like there's a success bucket, right? And there's only so much success in the world, and only a few people can have it. That is so unbelievably not true. Who gives a crap what some person out on the other side of the planet is doing that you will never know, you'll never meet them? What the heck does that person have to do with you? Why would that person have to make you feel bad about yourself or worse about yourself or anything? They're a random human being that you just happen to come across because you're on the internet. But that person's success has nothing to do with your ability to have success there's enough for everybody to eat. There's enough food for everybody to eat. There's enough money for everybody to have. There's enough success for everybody to have. But I think some people have this like, I don't know, it's like a mindset where it's like, because this person out here is doing good, that means my chances are less good or something. I don't know what people are thinking. Honestly, I don't get it. If anything, let people inspire you. But the fact that there's so many people comparing their lives to a random person, that's nuts. That's nuts. Another person's success or lack thereof has nothing to do with you. And this even where like hate comes in. So there's so many people that feel like they have to tear other people down because you're jealous of that person when you don't have to be jealous of that person. You can choose not to be jealous. You can choose to focus on you. You can let people inspire you, but to focus on somebody else like they have any active physical change in your life, that's not. That's nuts. As if somebody else has something, as if somebody else's life has it, they're not even, your lives aren't even crossing paths. So it's okay, I think, to watch and get inspired from people, but to the point of jealousy, that's too far and it's not necessary. And yeah, inspiration is cool. And also, even if you're not jealous or even if you're not comparing yourself to them, I think worrying about somebody else's life too much is just toxic anyways. Because how are you going to focus on you? And like, even me, I always feel like there's not enough hours in the day. Like, it'll be 8 or 9 p.m. and my mind is just like, where did the day go? Like, there's not enough hours in the day to, like, for me to feel like I've spent my 24 hours well, gotten done what I need to get done, and then I also have to factor in me paying attention to somebody else? No. I don't have enough hours. I always wake up and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta do my live stream. I gotta apply for 3 or 4 visas. I have to see if I can get a discount on a couple of my flights. I have to worry about angel hair, my hair business. I have to, okay, what else do I have going on? I gotta do my emails. I gotta do my taxes. I'm making things up, but okay. I also have to make sure that I get a workout in today. I also have to make sure I talk to my family. And then the day's over. You know what I'm saying? Me trying to factor in me worried about this other person I don't know. There's not enough hours in the day, sweetie, for us to be worried about another person to the point of where we are actively pursuing that person. Like, it's so crazy to me that there are people that do that. They actively pursue a stranger. Do you have nothing? You should have goals so big that you have to wake up and get out of bed and chase that thing and go to sleep so you can do it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Dang. So I want to say in 2026, stop worrying about other people. Now, the people in your life, I would say worry about them to a certain extent. You know, your family, your friends, your brother, your mom, dad, your boyfriend, whoever. Yes, the people in your real life, they deserve your attention. They deserve your care. They deserve your concern. But strangers? I don't know. If that's your thing, worried about strangers, if that's your thing, it is not mine. Okay. And you're helping the person too. Just saying. Anyways, being supportive of people is amazing though. You know, in that case, that's awesome. That's a green flag about you. It means you're a confident person. You can confidently try to be an addition to somebody's life. That's why I always say you guys are such a big impact to me. The people that show up for me and are kind and supportive. It perplexes me a little bit. Like, part of my brain doesn't like understand, and just like, this person is just kind to me for no reason and supportive. And I don't want to say for no reason, because I do feel like a symbiotic relationship here. I take my YouTube channel very seriously, and I genuinely feel a connection with you guys and take very seriously the impact I have and what the things I say and everything that I do. So, but if it's stealing something from you that you're not getting back, then that's what I think is not a good thing. Thank you, Juniper. Yes, it is my real hair. And why it's look like it's ironed? Why it looks like it's been ironed? We're not talking about hair in this live stream. We're talking about this. And I can even see my hair because it's pulled back in a bun. I am in Tokyo, Japan. I want to show you guys around a little bit. Should we go? Should I go show you guys around? I am on Anime Street in Japan. I live here. I don't live in Tokyo though. I have like 5 more points. Maybe we'll run through them and then I could show you guys around outside. We got a donation from Patrick. Oh, Patrick. Thank you so much, Patrick. We got a $10 donation from Patrick. It seems like $10 is like the median amount of donations we're getting, and I'm very grateful. Thank you guys so much. Maybe if I don't know, 50 or so people donated. You guys, is everything okay? Are you still here? Hey guys. No. Are we here? Did we lose connection? Okay, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. The Wi-Fi is tripping. I don't study at uni in Japan. Actually, I'm just somebody who loves Japan. You really want to go to Ethiopia? Go to Ethiopia. Make a plan. Write it down. Make a date. Start planning your Ethiopia trip. Write it down. Get a piece of paper. Write down the hotel. Write down the dates you want to go. Watch YouTube videos. Look at the hotel you want to go to. Start putting it down. Start bringing your dreams down into reality. Don't let them just exist up here and floaty in space. Bring them down to real life. Put it on paper. Write down everything so you can plan your trip to Ethiopia so it becomes real life and not just this thing that exists. I want to go. Make it happen. Okay. We have a couple more points and then I want to show you guys around outside. I want to show you guys around outside a little bit. We're on Anime Street. Cute. They just put this yeah, it looks pretty outside. I think I want to go out there. Yeah, I'm in Japan. Oh. Okay. By the way, how cute. I brought my brother. He's not watching, so I can show this to you guys. I wouldn't show you if my brother was watching, but I know he's not. I bought my brother. He loves Mario, Nintendo. So I got him these collectible, I don't know what it's called. What are these called? I got these from my brother today. I don't even know what you'd call something like this. I got him Mario, and then I got him. I've been trying to find. He's hard to shop for, so I don't really ever know what to buy him. I'm trying to take the price tag off. I'm only showing because I know for a fact that he doesn't watch my life. Hold on. Action figures. These aren't called action figures. What are they called? I don't know. Yeah. Aren't they so cute? I picked them up this morning. I think he'll like them. Yeah, he's hard to shop for a little bit, but he loves Mario. So yeah, I'm on Anime Street, which is a street full of it's not a bobblehead. It's like something you just put on your shelf. Let's walk around a little bit. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit so I can show you guys the vibes. By the way, we've raised $50 so far, and I wanted to raise 1K. So we'd hit it if 27 people donated $37, $35. Thank you guys so much. I'm still fundraising, but I wanted to show you guys around a little bit of this place I am at right now, which is so cool. I'm gonna show you around Akihabara because that's where I am. I'm in Akihabara. I came here this morning because there's a camera store here, and I've been looking at new cameras, so I want to get a new camera. Have you ever been to Hiroshima or Nagasaki? I've been to both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I've been all over Japan. I've almost been, not everywhere, but I've been all over, you know what I'm saying? Let me zip my coat. It's so pretty outside, so I want to show you guys around a little bit. Let me fix my microphone. Okay, let's go, guys. I'm gonna take out this. I'm gonna shut down the tripod. Arigatou gozaimasu. Let's go on a field trip. Okay, let's go on a little field trip, guys. Okay, so I am right now at Akihabara Station, which is a very anime type of deal in Japan. Let me see. A little chilly, guys. I need to zip my coat up. Let me show you the vibes. Okay, so basically, I don't know what I'm looking at, but basically, let me show you. Tokyo. Okay, so let me find a good place to talk. They've got, oh, Pokemon cards. I don't even know. Okay, so basically, I'm in Akihabara. Akihabara is called Anime World. It's all about anime. Everything's anime. Everything is a shop with anime. Hold on, let me show you some of the stores here. I don't want to lose my phone connection, but ideas. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of stuff. I don't even know. Isn't this it? No, I'm American. I just said I'm American, and this girl whips her head around. She was also American, and looks at me like, because I kind of said it like right in her ear. But I was responding to you guys. Anyways, the way she looked at me when I said that was just so funny. Anyways, so I'm right now in Akihabara, which is an anime world, anime street here in Tokyo. Basically, everything is about, I don't know, anime stuff. Anime everywhere. You can come here and they have these girls. I can show you these girls where yeah, don't see those people. You can come here and these girls, they stand on the side of the street. Yeah, don't talk to them because they are you know you get what I'm trying to say. What they'll say to you though is that they are trying to sell a ticket to the maid cafe, but to me the maid cafe is like a little bit weird. Oh, that is a big camera store. This is called Big Camera. It's a camera store that is about 10 feet of just cameras for 10 feet. That's why I actually came here. I was in that store this morning. I was looking at prices of a camera that I want to buy. When I buy it, I'll probably go in there. That's the camera store. They've got cameras for 10 floors. So anyways, yeah, this is Akihabara. I think I'm going to walk this way. But yeah, don't go to those maid cafes if you come here. I mean, they're not totally nasty. I mean, there's nothing gross that goes on. It's just a little weird to me. Like, a girl dress up like a maid and they'll serve you food, but they'll treat you like a baby. It's weird to me. Anyways, yes, I'm in Hong Kong. Just kidding. I'm in Tokyo. It's colder than it was this morning. But yeah, this basically, you can come here in Japan, come here in Tokyo, and the whole street is anime stuff. So if you're into anime, you love this street. Me? Not super into anime, but they've got a lot of novelty shops. They've got shops where you can buy anything, like old video games. They have old PlayStations here, like old game consoles. You can buy that's where I got my brother's little action, I don't even know what they're called, action figures, I don't know. But let's look around a little bit. What is my favorite country out of all of the ones you've been to? Japan. It's my favorite country. That's why I live here now. I've lived in Japan called Japan my home base for about 3 years now. It's been about 3 years, but I've been coming here for over 10 years. It's the first place Japan was the first place I've ever traveled solo. It was 21 first time I came here. I'm 30 now. So I know Japan. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a new Mario. There's a new Mario store here. I forgot. I need to go there. Yeah, everyone still wears. The thing is, in Japan, everyone always wore masks. They didn't start wearing masks during COVID. They've always worn masks here in Japan, so they never changed. Here are these girls. They're constantly asking. Anyways, I'm gonna walk down this way. Or maybe I'll go that way. Yeah, let's go this way. Yeah, here you will find, this is why I said that Tokyo is way different from the rest of Japan. Because here you see a lot of, how do I put it? A lot of interesting people, I guess. Like, I'm trying to show you without being disrespectful to people. I don't want to film people and be rude, but basically, a lot of people here they look like they're at Comic-Con. That's the best way for me to describe them. People look like they're having Comic-Con every single day of their life, but it's just how they dress and it's how they act, and they all come here. Yeah, see, this is what a bunch of This kind of stuff is going on here. Yeah, they're more strange. Yeah, people in um, Tokyo, especially in Akihabara, they're the anime geeks. And I'm not saying geek in a disrespectful way. I'm saying it in a very literal way. Like, they're those anime super fans. They dress like anime characters. This is not a normal Japanese thing. This is very much a Tokyo thing. It's not like this in the rest of Japan at all. It's very much a Tokyo deal. So I'm gonna walk. I'm trying to zip my coat up here. I can't zip my coat. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, if you're in, oh yeah, these are the cafes I'm talking about. So you see those girls dressed up, right? They have all these cafes here where you can go, and these maids will serve you your food, and you can eat like little kiddie style food. I don't understand it. It's a little weird to me, but it's a popular thing that people do here. It's cold. When there are conferences at National Harbor in Maryland, folks dress up like comic anime all day and night and the whole weekend. Yep, that's basically what this is, but all day and every day. Every day, all day, people are dressed up like anime characters, and they're just, let me try to show you. Like that? I don't know. Like cartoon characters. Yeah, so anyways. It's really cool though, because I'm gonna go to the other side of the street and turn around, but it's a really good place to buy gifts for people if you know that they, oh, and this is a vintage camera store. Like old cameras. He was selling vintage cameras. Yeah, it's a really good place if you know people who like anime stuff, or like Mario or anything, because you can get them really good gifts here. And I know everybody's obsessed with Pokemon cards, and here they have Pokemon card shops, like where you can get really rare Pokemon cards. So yeah, every day they dress up like anime characters. Every day. So I'm gonna head back that way. There's more. There's like, if I keep walking, actually I can walk home from here. So when I first used to come to Japan, all I did was walk. So I know the whole city like the back of my hand. Yes, I'm AI. So I used to walk. I used to come here and then walk all the way back to Shinjuku, which is like 2 hours walk. So I think I'm gonna walk back home. I'm not staying in Shinjuku, but I can walk from here to Shinjuku. Actually, you can walk from Akihabara. You could just take this street all the way down. It'll take you past Ginza. It'll take you past Shinjuku and Shibuya. You don't even have to get a taxi or a metro, even though taxi and metro is so cheap. But when I used to come to Japan, I didn't have any money, so I couldn't even afford the train. Even the train is so cheap, I couldn't afford it. So I would walk everywhere. But I like that I used to walk everywhere, because now I know where everything is in Tokyo. I can walk anywhere. If my phone died, I could figure out how to get anywhere. So, sorry. Even though Tokyo is the biggest city in the world, I know this city like the back of my hand. Oh, see. some more novelty shops. This kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of tech stores here too. You could come here and buy, I just showed you guys. You can come here and buy vintage laptops and PlayStations and game consoles and laptops and guys.
Sorry.
Guys.
Sorry.
I think we just got disconnected again. Can you hear me? We got disconnected, guys. Hey. Are we disconnected? YouTube needs to fix this issue. Hey, a cat cafe. It's back. I don't know what is going on with this live stream connection. Sorry, guys. I looked down at my phone and the screen was black. And I'm like, what in the world? So, sorry, guys. We're back. Okay. I'm still walking in Akihabara, anime world. You can come here and have yourself an anime frenzy. There's so many shops. Oh, flip. Okay, are we back? We back for good? Are we back for... Oh! That's a sandwich shop like the one I was at yesterday. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear me, so I'm just going to wait till somebody says yes. Nosy. Can you hear me, Tara? Oh yeah, the cream sandwiches. There's another shop here. It's not the one I went to yesterday, but there was another shop right there. Oh, thank you. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Let's go in this shop. Let's see what they got. Oh, my connection. No, I'm scared about losing connection. They just have a ton of shops like this, you know? But we're not going to go in deep in any stores. I'm too scared. Oh. What the heck is going on there? Some of these shops can get a little weird, I'm not going to lie. They can get a little crazy selling some crazy stuff. Yeah, you gotta keep when you're in Japan. Well, no, I'll say when you're in Tokyo, you gotta make sure you paying attention to what store you're going into, and paying close attention exactly what you're walking into, because you could very easily walk into some crazy shop. Okay, I've learned this the hard way. So keep your eyes on a swivel. Make sure you're seeing other, kids or something. But you could easily walk yourself into a freaky shop. Yes, it's happened to me many times on accident. A maid cafe, yeah. The maid cafes are weird. They're not freaky. They're just weird. Like, The vibes are weird, but there are some places where you know what I'm saying. You could easily walk yourself into a situation, which is not cool. I'm trying to show you. Sorry. Let's keep walking this way. I'd love to have some. No, I wouldn't. It would be nice if somebody was just walking with me and holding the camera for me. Ah, it's all right. Thank you. God bless you too. Have a nice day. We're gonna keep walking down the street to see what we run into here. Like I said, I could care less about this anime stuff, but for some people, they live for this. They live for the anime and Nintendo, and we're gonna see if we can find some like street food or something like that. I haven't had food yet. I've only had a matcha. So, oh, these are cute. Hi, how cute are these? Hi, Tony. I'm good. How are you? Oh, I was in the store earlier. Yeah, this is the store I was in before. We've got a ton of novelty items. I'm in Akihabara, Tokyo, Japan. I'm actually leaving Akihabara right now. I live in Japan. I don't live in Tokyo, but I'm here for the rest of the week. No, I leave next week, and I go to Africa to finish my mission of visiting all the country. Puffer coats are the style. They sure are. They sure are. These stores are so rigged. Sometimes. Shall we try? I don't know if I have 100 coin though. Oh, she almost got it. Oh, she was so close. I don't even have. Hold on. I'm looking for change. Let's see. She gonna get it? She gonna get it? She gonna get it? No, they're she's getting it. She's getting. Oh, see, they're rigged. These things are rigged. These things are rigged. You can spend the whole day in there. I've done it. Hi. Hey, we talked about it. We talked about that in the beginning of the live stream. Don't wish. Don't wish. Make a plan. The moment you say you wish something, you're making it this fantasy. Put it on paper. Make a plan. Plan it. Plan your trip around the world. Plan your travels around the world. But don't say I wish. Because you're making it a dream. You're making it something that's above you, like something that can't happen. Put it on paper. Plan it. I want a fiber drink. Gomenasai. I want to get myself this. I've learned. Are you still doing the GoFundMe? I am. It's still there. It still exists. I have learned something. Do not go in stores. The second I walk into a store, the connection is gone. I do GoFundMe. It still exists. Oh boy. I am in Tokyo. I'm going to walk. I think I'm just going to walk toward Shinjuku. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna take the train. Yeah, so I am in Tokyo. I'm here till Sunday, and well, maybe till Saturday. Then huh? I'm not coming to Memphis. I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. I will not be going in 2026 to the United States. I'm finishing my 9-year quest. It's been 9 years of me trying to visit every country in the world. I feel like 9 years, I'm ready to wrap it up. So 2026 is the year. There's no other option. And I've been to Memphis. I visited Memphis when I was like 10 years old. My mom took us there. I liked it. But I'm the travel girl. Oh, some more Pokemon card stores. Yeah, I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm fundraising today to help me with this mission. I wanted to raise 1K today. We raised $50, so we'd hit it if 35 people donated $30, or 35 people donate 30. We'd hit it. Donation method is via Cash App. If anyone wants to be the next person to give, that would be so awesome. If you want me to do something, try something, I would love to. I'm trying to show you guys around Tokyo. We're in Akihabara Street right now, which is really exciting for people who love anime. Thank you so much. What's my New Year's resolution? I don't have New Year's resolutions. I think that I don't think they work. I rather have like 2026 goals. So instead of a New Year's resolution, I have a 2026 goal to finish my mission of visiting every country in the world that I've been on for 9 years. So I don't know if that's a New Year's resolution, but yeah, I've been trying to visit every country in the world for 9 years. So 2026 is the year that I'm going to finish. I have to finish. So that's my goal. But as far as like something, I don't know exactly what a New Year's resolution usually is, but I don't really have one. Hi from India. I want to visit India, Punjab. You know what I've noticed? I have a big following in India. I love that. I love it so much. I have so many people in India that are subscribed, and I freaking love that so much. I love India. Here's another one of these stores. They're so enticing, but you never win these kind of things. You never win them. We're not even going to try. I mean, this one's kind of easier to do something like this. That's a little bit easier, but... Do you believe in God? Yes, but God is capital G. But yes, I do. I'm going to go that way. No. Okay, so if I go this way and I make a left, I'm going to hit Ginza. And if I go that way, that's towards Ueno. I don't feel like going toward Ueno. Ueno is this way. Ginza is that way. I'm going to walk toward Ginza. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, I like his outfit. Look at that all white deal. Okay, We're gonna run. Ah! Don't hit me. Okay, I'm gonna go back toward Ginza. Ginza is where I'm actually staying, so I'm close to Ginza. So hold on. I'm trying to map out the city in my brain. Ginza, Ueno. Hold on, I'm trying to get my bearings here. We're gonna go this way. You never won. Can you guys hear me? I'm so irritated right now. Yes, I'm in Japan. And somebody asked, and I was trying to answer. A lovely person asked, LA Jordan said, is Cash App the only way to support you? Venmo. And I was answering, yes, Cash App is the best way. I don't have Venmo anymore. But if you don't have Cash App, then I have a GoFundMe. But thanks for considering and asking. Have one of your subscribers from there ever came up to you? Yes, I meet subscribers all the time. You know what happens a lot? Somebody will say to me, I saw you at so-and-so. And I say, why didn't you say anything? But yes, I do meet subscribers. But a lot of times people will say, I saw you walking down the street at so-and-so. And I'm like, say something. Okay. So yes, guys, we're gonna try to find some kind of street food. I'm still in Akihabara. Look, everybody has these. Look at this, guys. Everybody has these backpacks where you can put like stuffed animals and take your you can take your stuffed animals with you everywhere. Everybody has these. I need that. No, I don't know if I need that. But it's the popular thing right now in Tokyo. You want to carry your stuffed animals? Boom, slip them right in the backpack, right in the little compartment. Yeah, so we've fundraised so far in this live stream $50. I'm gonna stream until we hit the $1,500, or I mean the 1K goal. Today's goal is 1K. 1K. We can hit it if 30 people donated $35, or 35 people donated $30. If you want to support, it would be so helpful. I leave in 9 days for my mission of visiting every country in the world. 9 days, I've got to go. Oh my gosh. I've got to go finish this mission. We're going to find a place to sit down so this is less chaotic. But yeah, if you want to support, Cash App is the best method because I get the entire amount. But Super Chat works too. And yeah, I want to hit this goal today. It would be so helpful. So helpful. I'm mapping out a place to go right now. If I hook a left. Yeah, I'm in Tokyo right now, Tokyo, Japan. Hi! Hi, Botanical Floors. I think I'm gonna hook up. Oh. People buy some really interesting things here. Never mind. If I go that way, I can find some cafes, but I don't think I want to go that way. I could also go towards Asakusa. Oh, cute! Let's see. There's a Sanrio store up here. Sanrio's everywhere. Why is it light at 5 in the morning? Because the sun, I don't know, just felt like staying up. The sun didn't feel like going to sleep. Look at this store, guys. I'm in Japan. Oh, it's a maid cafe. Oh, this is a maid cafe. Never mind. No, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in those kind of stores. You'll be in for a surprise. Let's put it that way. Or maybe not. I don't know. We're on Anime Street in Tokyo, Japan. This place gets crazy at nighttime. What's a surprise? A surprise is sex workers. Oh my gosh, look at this giant deal. Whoa! Look how big this. Very interesting. Yeah, those are them. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, there's man, if you really are somebody who came to Japan for anime and all that stuff, you would have a ball here. You could come here, you could spend the whole day just novelty shopping. You could buy action figures and game consoles and games and Pokemon cards. And there's just, you could literally spend the entire day here. For somebody like me, does everyone look at you? Let's test it. Does everyone look at me? Let's find a busy street. Let's stand in the middle of a bunch of people and see if they look at me. The short answer is no. Nobody cares, but I'm trying to stand in front of a bunch of people so you can prove it. It's hard because nobody cares. Nobody looks. Japanese people have no idea where you're from. They don't know where I'm from. And I speak Japanese, so nobody even cares when I speak Japanese either. Like, they're not surprised. Most of them assume that I have family here. Hi! They don't know that I'm not Japanese. Japanese people do not know that I am not Japanese. What I mean by that is there is a lot of foreign people that live here, and a lot of foreign people were born and raised here. A lot. So they have no idea that I'm not from Japan. They actually assume that I am from here. They assume that I had family that lives here, or they assume that I have a grandmother or uncle or a dad or a mom that lives here. Or is from here. Because there's a lot of foreigners that live in Japan. A lot of mixed families too. But they're not surprised at all. They do not stare. They do not care. And they all assume that I live here. Especially when I speak Japanese. Sometimes I ask people, like, when I speak Japanese, did it surprise you? And they go, no. They don't care. If you speak Chinese in China, they are all freaked out, like, oh, you know Chinese? But in Japan, when you speak Japanese, they're just like, they just assume you live here. They assume you have a family here, maybe. Depends on what you look like, but there's a lot of black Japanese families. There's a lot of Indian Japanese families. There's a lot of European Japanese families. You know what I'm saying? Hi, guys. Thank you. So that's what they assume. No one's looking at me. I'm trying to show the fact that nobody looks, but maybe I'll do this. Well, they're looking because there's a camera. I don't know. Short answer is no. Actually, American people look more than Japanese people look. In America, I feel like I'm American, and I feel like you may be stared at more in America than you will be in Japan. I don't know. Nobody cares. As long as you, oh, she thought I was taking a picture of her. As long as you're respectful, they do not care what you're doing. I think I'm going to hook a left. Okay, so I'm going to go this way and then I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go that way. And I'm going to walk over that way. I'm going to go towards Wayno. Oh, these are novelty Pokemon cards. Look, guys. These are novelty Pokemon cards. They're all like $1,000. These are like 1,000. That's 1,000. This one's 1,000. Really cool. I agree with you. Americans, we're not the center of attention. It's true. If you're a different skin color, it does not make you special. You know what I'm saying? In Japan, it just makes you a different skin color. Unless you're drawing attention to yourself for some reason, they could care less. Some really cool places around here to take pictures. If you were going on a photo shoot in Japan, I would come to Akihabara. You could get some really good pictures here. I actually went on a photo shoot here before. No, I'm not going to start screaming because that would be extremely disrespectful to Japanese culture. Like, extremely disrespectful. British people are the center of attention. No, they're not. I mean, sure, British people are the center of attention. Yeah, let's go along with that. Remember I told you all the dogs are in strollers? Remember I told you guys that? Nobody's having kids anymore. They're getting dogs and they're putting them in strollers. Okay. I know where I'm going. Let's go. Okay, I know exactly where I'm going. Yeah, I see a couple right now, Japanese and black. There's a couple right here, a black girl and a Japanese guy right there. There's a lot of mixed black Japanese, half black, half Japanese people here. And that's what everybody assumes I am, or they assume that I live here, or they assume I'm here at school, or they assume that I have a parent somewhere here. But to be honest, they don't care. You know, they really don't. Oh, this is a good sushi spot right here. I've eaten there before. Thanks for coming to my live stream. Some countries stare at you if you stand out. Yeah, but I think that also happens in America too. I think in every country, if you stand out in some way, shape, or form, people might stare at you. You know? But I don't think most countries are like that. Unless they're really not... Unless you go to a country that is like really not used to seeing tourism, then sometimes, yes, they do stare. But if a country has tourism, what are they staring at you for? Unless you're acting weird or something. If you're doing something, like if you're dressing in a way that is interesting, that they don't see often, or... Like, I was walking down the street one day in Shanghai, and there was a Sudanese woman. She was very tall. Like, she had to be 6'5", probably taller. She was very skinny, and she looked like a very exotic model, and her skin was so, like... The color you don't see a lot, like very striking, smooth, almost porcelain, dark skin. And of course people were staring at her. I was staring at her. And she was walking down the street in China. I saw her. Because she was like walking on the other side. Everybody was staring at that girl, including me. But she was striking. She was, whoa, somebody you don't see often, you know? Very bone structure. So, sure, sometimes people stare if you look exotic. I don't know. But not in a rude way. I'm walking towards Wayno. I hope I don't lose my connection when I'm walking under this bridge. Thank you. Hi, guys. $50 with my goal of 1K. I'm trying to raise 1K today to help me with my mission of visiting every country in the world. Next week I leave, next Friday, heading to Africa, and could use help. So if you want to support, donation method is via Cash App, which is in the comments, pinned, my full name on Cash App, Maryjane Byram. We'd reach today's fundraising goal if 35 people donated $30. But even if it's not 30, anything, $5, it adds up. So I'm going to stream until we reach it. If anyone wants to be the next person to donate. We've had 3 donations so far. Patrick? The usernames. I can't remember the usernames. 2 super chats. If it's an exotic username, I don't know how to say your username all the time, but thanks, guys. The Cash App is in the comments. It's my name, Maryjane Byram. You'll know it's me because it's the same avatar as it is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Maybe we can get 5 more right now. I'm gonna stop walking around. I'm scared. I'm gonna stop walking for like 10 minutes. I don't want to lose connection. See if we can get 5 or so right now. I think we can hit this fundraising goal. Hey, that's a Shinkansen. That's a train that takes you. That train, if you get on it, it'll take you all around Japan, from the north of Japan to the south of Japan. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, that train that you just saw go by, that was a Shinkansen. It's the world's fastest train. Of course, it was stopping right now, so it was slowing down. But that's the world's fastest train. It can take you from the north of Japan to the south of Japan in like a few hours. Take you from Kyoto to Tokyo. It's how I got here. It's how I get back to Kyoto. Could take you everywhere. It goes 350 miles an hour. Aren't they always on time? If the train says it's going to be there at 2:50, at 2:49 the train is, so it literally stops at the exact time it says it's going to be there. And it doesn't wait either. Like, the train doesn't wait. So if you have to be on a train in Japan at 2:30, your butt better be on the train at 2:30. Because the train's going to leave at 2:32. They don't wait for no man. They leave on time, they arrive on time, but they also leave on time. So yeah, I'm at a major train station right now. Yeah, that's why. I'm not leaving Tokyo yet, but when I do leave Tokyo, I'm going to be riding that train back to Kyoto. UK says trains arrive at 5, but turns out 6. I know. I know. New York as well sometimes. Sometimes you'll be waiting for a train in New York for hours. Sometimes the train won't even show up and you don't even know. Do you mind asking what mascara? Yeah, sure. I use, it's called Bad Gal Bang by Benefit mascara. It's the best mascara in the world. From Benefit. I think I'm going to start, I don't know. I can walk in this direction, and I'm going to start heading towards Ueno. Ueno's a really nice part of Tokyo. Ueno has a zoo where you can see panda bears. So maybe I'll go there. Maybe. Ueno, U-E-N-O. The letter U-E-N-O, Ueno. If I keep walking that way, I'm going to hit Ueno. Yeah, there's a zoo there where you can see panda bears. There's tons of good restaurants. I might walk in that direction in a second. I just wanted to stop here to see if we could. Lisa just made up for 3 people. Thank you so much, Lisa. I wanted to raise 1K today, so I was saying if 30 people donated $30, but Lisa just donated for 3 people. Insane. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I was saying 5 people. If two more people, you just made up for 3 people. Thank you so much, guys. I subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. I think we're having some amazing adventures coming up. I am so excited to see what you guys are going to think. Bless you times 100. Thank you so much. I am so excited to see what you guys are going to think about next week. Like, I cannot wait. The vlogs are coming back. I'm going to be in West Africa. So I'll move across West Africa, and then I'm going to go to the Middle East. And then I'm going to come back to Africa. Then I'm going to go to Australia. We're going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be very fun. So thank you so much, guys. That's why I'm live streaming right now. I hope I'll be able to live stream next week, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, because I'm going to be in some little bit dangerous countries. So I don't know. We'll see. But thank you so much. UK? No, I've been to the UK many times. I'm going to start walking. I've been to the UK probably 6 times. I've been to London 6 times. I've been to Wales. You know what's so funny? I'm Welsh. So I have a great grandfather who lives in Wales. He's Welsh. I learned about him through Ancestry DNA. But I'm like 15% Welsh, which I already knew that, because a lot of Welsh people moved to New Jersey, where I'm from. Anyways, so I've been to Wales. It was the cutest little country. A little bit boring, but I've been there twice. I went with my little brother, Jesse. It was raining the entire time the first time I went to Wales, so we didn't do much. It rained from morning till night for 5 days. I've been to the whole of the UK. You live in Wales, but you're not Welsh. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I went there. We took a bus from London to go to Wales. I took like I don't know, those buses that drove me from London. I was with my little brother, Jesse. We went there. That's the first time I went. And I went again to Wales. Yeah, I've been to the whole of the UK. I don't know. You got to check my vlogs. We definitely hit the capital. I don't know. If you search Wales in my vlogs, the vlog will pop up. And it'll give you a more accurate depiction, because I kind of forget of exactly where we went. We stayed in an Airbnb somewhere. Anywho, Wales, I liked it. It was a little boring, but beautiful. Very green. So I'm going to walk this way. I'm going to walk towards Yorubashi. Oh my gosh, I know exactly where I am. Okay, things are starting to come back to me. I'm getting a little hungry too. I think I want to get some food. Oh my gosh, his hair is beautiful. Do you see his hair? Look at that hair. I want to ask him. I'm this close to asking him what he uses. No, we're not going to go in this direction. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. You're a vlogger? I don't know. Yes. I was thinking about going to a cat cafe as well. I don't know if that seems interesting to people. But there are these cat cafes in Japan. Oh, I need a water. I'm gonna get myself a water. I'm thirsty. Oh, she just went to my. I'm gonna get. Let's see. Maybe I'll just get a green tea. I gotta find my coins. Okay, let's see. I have all these coins, guys. I'm trying to put them in one by one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. They have matcha here too? Okay, I think. No, I'm not gonna get that one. They also have corn soup. But I just want. Maybe I'll get. Oh my word. Okay, maybe I'll get. Okay, I'm gonna get the they have two different matchas. Maybe I don't know if I want this matcha, or maybe I just want my green tea, or I'm gonna get barley tea. That's what I'm gonna get, barley tea. Yes. How cute is this? I just picked myself up some barley tea. This is my favorite tea. It's so good for you and it's delicious. I think he wants to go here. Hi. Yeah, I speak Japanese. This is so good. If you come to Japan, try the Japanese barley tea. It tastes like roasted. Have you ever had dark roasted green tea? It kind of tastes like that. It's so healthy for you, but it's so refreshing. And there's a little caffeine in it too. No sugar. It's not sugar. It's not sweet at all. And it's very good for you. That man was polite, wasn't he? I didn't notice that guy was waiting for me to finish, so I apologized to him. How you say like I'm sorry in Japan? Like you don't even have to say I'm sorry to in Japan when you're in Japan. If you want to say excuse me, you can just literally bow at somebody. That's what that guy just did to me. You don't even have to talk. Yeah, everybody's like that in Japan. Japanese people are just so sweet. You need to go to sleep. I know it's so late. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I know it's so late, you guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a good night's sleep. And thanks so much. I actually think I'm going to wrap up the live stream as well because my phone's on 10%. But I am going to come in the morning, so we'll continue the stream tomorrow morning if you guys want. I want you guys to get some sleep. I know there's people, who will stay up, which I appreciate. So I'm going to come back, you guys. If you want to watch tomorrow morning, we're going to do some more chats. I have some more points to make. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will be live streaming for the rest of the year. And I love talking. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll be back soon. So love you guys so much. Bye.